Hello everyone, I'm Jake Griswold. Thanks for joining us here on Various Positions. Today we'll be talking to Steve Newton, a fellow Cleveland State graduate. We'll be discussing his battle to find a job since his spring graduation. Hello Steve, thanks for joining us today.
Hello Jake, thanks for having me.
So Steve, tell me, since graduating, have you had any promising job offers or leads?
No, not one, I'm afraid, Jake. No.
Now, you graduated with a communications degree, is that correct?
Yes, Jake, I'm afraid I did.
Do you regret doing this? Going for communications? If you had to go back, would you go for something else?
No, I'm afraid I wouldn't.
Now, has Cleveland State helped you in your search of a job?
No, Cleveland State will not help me. You think after all the time and money invested, they would line something up. But once you stop giving money, they avoid you like a week-old 10-cent plate of wings served by a trainee at Hooters. If you catch my drift.
Yes, I do catch that drift. I've had a hard time finding a job as well. In fact, my dad is the only person who's given me a job in the past few years.
Yeah, I know what you mean, I'm afraid. I work for my dad too, only he won't pay me.
Now, what do you have to do for your dad that he won't pay you for?
Like massages?
Yeah, he's got a sore back. Do you have to like put lotion on or anything?
Yeah, it's really creepy.
And he never gives you a tip?
He'd give me a tip, but he's circumcised.
Well, you know, I find it surprising that you're unable to find a job, because you're a music journalist for the Scene magazine here in Cleveland, is that correct?
Yes, I'm afraid that's correct. Only they don't pay me, and they quit printing my work.
They quit printing your work. They needed more room for other articles or something?
No, they just put phone sex ads in there.
So it's pretty much just a magazine of phone sex ads now. No more music?
No.
Well, that's a bummer. Well, you've also played in the band Puffy Areolas. I've seen you around here, and I heard that you just got signed to the label Silk Breeze out of Philadelphia. So you should be making some money pretty soon for that venture, right?
No, unfortunately, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. I don't believe I will, I'm afraid. No, I'm sorry, no.
Well, that is a shame. We're going to have to take a break. But first, we're going to take it over to Rocky, who's doing a rousing rendition of Janis Joplin. Now, Steve, you were in a band with the lovely Rocky, weren't you?
Yes, I'm afraid I was.
What was that band called?
Rocky's Chili Brigade, but it's currently defunct. Now it's solo, simply entitled Rocky's Chili.
Now, what was your favorite part of being in a band with Rocky?
Well, not much, except for when she would introduce me to people as her son, and then she would proceed to ram her tongue down my throat.
Well, let's take a look at Rocky's video, and we'll be right back after the break. And we're back. We're here with our guest, the unemployed Steve Newton. Thanks for joining us, Steve.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. Well, we just saw a clip from Rocky as well as a commercial for Cleveland State. Now, what did you think about that commercial?
Well, it was very appropriate that they played it after the Rocky performance, because once you graduate from Cleveland State, that's how you're going to end up, some degenerate drunk at a bar.
So that's how you see your career going, in a similar vein to Rocky's?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
No smiling, happy folk in the commercial are non-existent, you think, then, or only exist for a short amount of time, and they're turned into Rockies by the time they're graduated from here?
We all are. We all, you know.
Well, that Rocky is a lovely lady with the voice of an angel, so we could always look on the bright side of it.
Yeah, she went solo. Rocky's Chili, no more Brigade. Buy it from your local record distributor next Tuesday. And don't vote. Just go buy the Rocky's Chili album, solo.
Yeah, I think there's different ways that we can make a difference here in America, and I think buying Rocky's Chili Brigade would be a good way to help our country and help all of us.
10 cents of the proceeds will benefit astronauts eating freeze-dried chili on the moon. And you can't forget of the loved ones that need Hormel chili to soothe up to when it gets a little cold outside. Food. Chili for kids instead of coats for kids. It's a new concept I've been thinking about. Bringing chili con carnage.
Sounds...
Capital S. Sludge for saltines.
Now, what would this entail, the Chili Brigade? Or the, well, you know, we'll have to have you back in a couple weeks to discuss your ideas. But you're probably best known in Cleveland as DJ Krauty McKraut. How many years have you been on the air?
I'm afraid since 2004. That's correct. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I'm afraid, yes, since 2004.
Well, I think it's time to take another commercial break and see another advertisement for Cleveland State University. So we'll be back with Steve Newton to discuss the ad very shortly. Well, hello. Once again, we're back here at Various Positions, and we've had a very insightful show. I've gotten a lot of deep meanings out of this conversation. We're talking about the difficulties of finding a job once you're finished with school. Now, what did you think of that last commercial?
Well, it's appropriate that Cleveland State keeps sabotaging the Rockies Chili Brigade performance. It's like the Nazis in Germany.
So you don't find that true to life, the teachers with mustaches pointing at boards and having everyone laugh and smile?
The only teacher I've encountered with a mustache was pointing at something else, and that was after class. And I'm still a little achy from that experience, if you know what I mean.
Okay, I do know what you mean. It's a commonplace event here at Cleveland State. Now, if you could do anything for money, what would that be?
Probably drink cough syrup, gallons and gallons of different cough syrups, maybe different brands like Robitussin, Dimetap, maybe have a cocktail with HPP cough and cold tablets. Can't forget about the Coricidin. So I'd want to just drink cough syrup and get paid for that, a big gallon, and then I'll be dunked in the cough syrup for the children.
Oh,
I can
yeah.
swim in it.
Yeah, how about a carnival of cough syrup? Set up a carnival with events like that, with cough syrup, squirt guns, cough syrup, tossing it in the bucket and stuff.
I like the way you think.
Yeah,
Let's give a round of applause for this guy.
No, it's all this guy right here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, we'll be right back next week with Joe, who still lives in his parents' basement, hoping that one day his dream career will come to him. We're going to leave you once again with a performance by Rocky's Chili. Thank you for joining us.
feel good.